Welcome back. Today in We Driving. Today, we're diving into something really special of the 2025 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. For fans of automotive history, that name probably sparks some nostalgia. And for those who don't know, the original Karmann Ghia was one of Volkswagen's most iconic designs, a part coupe, part convertible, all style. Now, after more than 4 decades out of the spotlight, the name is back. And this time, it's fully reimagined for the modern era. So what does the 2025 Karmann Ghia look and feel like? Imagine if the spirit of the original, its sleek, rounded lines and elegant proportions was fused with the tech and performance of today's electric vehicles. That's the formula Volkswagen seems to have followed. It's not just a retro-inspired throwback. It's a bold, futuristic take on a classic silhouette, and it manages to strike a rare balance, familiar yet fresh, modern yet timeless. The new Ghia is built on Volkswagen's updated SSB electric architecture, the same flexible platform set to underpin a variety of the company's upcoming EVs. That gives it an advantage right out of the gate: a solid range, great interior space, and cutting-edge driver assistance features. The 2025 model is offered in 2 main variants: the Ghia RWD and the Ghia AWD. The rear-wheel drive version puts out a respectable 250 horsepower, while the dual-motor all-wheel drive Ghia S bumps that up to 375 horsepower. Both versions can hit 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, with the AWD model clocking in closer to the mid-4-second range. Range-wise, you're looking at about 320 miles on a full charge for the RWD and slightly less, around 290 miles for the AWD version, thanks to the extra performance. Charging is quick too, with up to 200 kilowatts fast charging support. That means you can go from 10% to 80% in just under 25 minutes. Assuming you're hooked up to a compatible charger. Now let's talk about the design, because that's really where the Karmann Ghia makes its statement. The original Ghia was styled by Italian design house Ghia and built by coach builder Karmann, which gave it a distinctive European flair. The 2025 model retains that same attention to design, but with a modern twist. It's low-slung, wide, and smooth. There's almost not a sharp angle on it. The LED light bars that stretch across the front and rear give it a very contemporary feel, while the soft curves and pronounced fenders nod to the past. The rear end tapers gently, giving it that classic fastback look, and the clamshell hood up front gives a subtle wink to the original's simplicity. One of the coolest elements, the flush door handles and seamless glass roof. It looks like something out of a concept car, but it's real and on the road in 2025. Inside, the Ghia blends retro cues with advanced tech in a way that feels intentional and well executed. The dashboard is clean, almost minimalist, but there's a clear homage to the past in the twin-spoke steering wheel and circular vents. A large, 15-inch floating infotainment screen dominates the center, paired with a smaller digital gauge cluster. There are physical toggle switches below the screen for key functions, thankfully, so not everything is buried in menus. The materials are high quality across the board. Recycled leather, soft touch vegan suede, and real brushed metal trim give the cabin a premium feel. It's a 2+2 layout, just like the original, but with the battery under the floor. The interior space is surprisingly generous. Front passengers get plenty of leg and headroom, and the rear seats, while best suited for short trips or small passengers, are more usable than you'd expect. The trunk space, combined with the frunk, offers decent practicality for a car this size. Tech-wise, the Ghia is loaded. Standard features include wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a head-up display, over-the-air software updates, adaptive cruise control, lane centering, and a new voice assistant that actually works reasonably well. Volkswagen has really focused on refining the user experience, and it shows. But perhaps what's most surprising is how the Ghia drives. This isn't just another electric appliance with good acceleration and numb steering. There's genuine character here. The steering is quick and precise, and the suspension tuning is dialed in firm enough for confident cornering, yet comfortable enough for daily use. Volkswagen clearly wanted this car to feel special, and they've succeeded. The RWD version in particular is a joy to drive. With the motor mounted at the rear, it offers a slightly rear-biased weight distribution and just enough tail-happy behavior to keep things entertaining. For those who want a little more excitement, the AWD Ghia S comes with adaptive dampers, larger brakes, and a sport mode that tightens everything up. There's even an optional performance package with a limited slip rear differential and sticky tires. It's not a track car, but it doesn't have to be. What it is fun. Pure, engaging, balanced fun is something that's been sorely missing from many modern Fs. Volkswagen is also offering a convertible version. Yes, an actual electric convertible. The drop-top Ghia will be available later in the year, and it retains most of the coupe's silhouette thanks to a clever soft-top design that folds flat behind the rear seats. It adds about £200, slightly reducing performance and range, but the open-air experience more than makes up for it. So who's this car for? Well, it's not trying to be a Tesla killer. It's not about raw numbers or maximum efficiency. The 2025 Karmann Ghia is aimed squarely at those who want a stylish, emotional, and unique driving experience. People who care as much about how their car feels and looks as they do about how fast it charges. In a world full of increasingly similar-looking electric crossovers, the Ghia stands out. Pricing starts at around $48,000 for the base RWD coupe, with the AWD model coming in closer to $56,000. Fully optioned, you're looking at a little over 65 grand, especially if you go for the performance pack and premium interior upgrades. The convertible will add about $4,000 on top of that. It's not cheap, but it's also not aiming to be. It's a premium lifestyle F, one that wears its heritage proudly while offering all the modern conveniences today's drivers expect. Volkswagen took a risk bringing the Karmann Ghia back. It could have easily gone wrong, too retro, too safe, too gimmicky. But what they've delivered is something else entirely. A car that captures the essence of the original without being enslaved by it. A car that embraces electrification without losing its soul. A car that's more than just transportation, it's a statement. If this is the future of electric driving, count us in. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the 2025 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. If you enjoyed this review, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments. So would you drive the new Ghia, or is there another electric classic you'd love to see revived? Until next time, keep the wheels turning.